Oil prices and the global oil supply have been subject to quite the rollercoaster year, with the West instituting a $60 oil price cap on Russian oil and oil products back in December of last year, and now following it up with an embargo of Russian oil products put in place in February. The effects of both of these measures have been felt on Russian oil production and exports, but surprisingly, not as much as expected. Russia has been able to divert much of the crude oil that previously went to Europe to new markets in Asia, namely China, India, and Turkey. In January, the 400,000 barrel per day fall in Russian exports to Europe was partially offset by the exports to these three countries. Additionally, some of the Russian oil has found its way back to Europe through the Druzhba pipeline in Bulgaria. However, the sanctions have still had their intended effect, according to Tyril Bossoni from the International Energy Agency. Export revenues for Russia have dropped 36% from a year ago to $13 billion in January, and fiscal receipts from the oil industry have fallen 48%. The discrepancy between Russian Urals oil prices and international benchmark Brent crude have also widened, with the former averaging $49.48 per barrel in January and the latter trading close to $85 a barrel. Furthermore, Russia has announced it will cut 500,000 barrels of production in March, leading to an expected 5% decline in oil output. However, according to the IEA's oil market report, this decline is still within their expectation, as there will still be enough supply to meet the demand. At the same time, global oil demand growth is expected to see a pickup in 2023. The IEA has estimated that oil deliveries will increase 1.1 million barrels a day to reach 7.2 million barrels a day, with total demand rising to 101.9 million barrels a day. This expected ramp-up in demand depends on the success of the price cap in controlling product prices, as well as the stance taken by Beijing on domestic refinery activity and products exports. We are now in a pivotal period, one in which the West's sanctions need to remain intact without leading to a shortage in oil supply nor a surging oil price. It will be interesting to observe how the markets settle themselves as the 2023 year approaches.